If you are struggling in no contact and it is hard for you to hold back that urge to message them or to get connected with them, and this is not your first time going through no contact, then there is a pattern. And I know it's hard, but here I am about to help you understand your subconscious attraction blueprint so that you can completely break this cycle of attracting partners who treat you like shit. Now, in this video, I'm going to help you explore your subconscious mind's blueprint for attraction. And there are 3 layers to understanding why you keep attracting same kind of partner or situations into your life. So what I want you to do is grab a piece of paper and pen so that you can note down what I'm about to share with you. And as I explain each and every layer, I want you to make notes so that you can understand what's happening inside your subconscious mind and how you can break that and attract a completely sustainable relationship into your life. Now let's dive into what are these 3 layers of attraction and how we can understand these 3 layers. Now what we need to understand is we attract partners into our life, we manifest partners into our life, we manifest situations into our life based upon our subconscious attraction blueprint. Now this attraction blueprint operates on 3 different layers. Number 1 is your predominant neurological state, which is formed as a result of your father and your mother. Number 2 is environmental conditioning. The sort of environment that you were raised in between the ages of 1 to 9 forms your subconscious familiarity with those dynamics. And the 3rd layer is the reward and punishment conditioning. Now I'm going to go through each layer one by one, explaining you the dynamics of your subconscious mind, and I want you to start making notes. Now let's start with the first layer of attraction. Now the first layer of attraction is based upon your predominant neurological state. Now what is a predominant neurological state? A predominant neurological state is your emotional setting. It's your default emotional setting, and this default emotional setting has certain traits inside of it. Now these traits are formed as a result of your emotional connection with both your parents. Now each of the parents help us develop certain traits in our subconscious mind. Now a father helps the child develop 5 traits. Now these 5 traits are self-esteem, self-worth, self-confidence, self-respect, and sense of identity. Now, in case if there was any kind of father wound between the ages of 1 to 9, these 5 traits will be compromised. So either you will have all of these 5 traits in excess or in deficit. It can go either ways, but they will not be balanced. Now, a mother helps the child develop 5 traits as well. Now, these 5 traits are empathy, expression of love, nurturing, creativity, and spirituality. Now, once again, if there was any kind of mother wound between the ages of 1 to 9, these 5 traits will not be balanced. They would either be in excess or in deficit. Now, I want you to analyze the traits that are influenced by each of the parents and do a quick introspection to understand if you have these traits in excess or in deficit. Now, if you are over here due to being in no contact and feeling obsessed with your partner, I can ideally tell that you have the father influence traits in deficit and mother influence traits in excess. But do an introspection and write down what kind of traits do you have in excess and what kind of traits do you have in deficit. Now this will help us understand what our predominant neurological state is. Now, a lot of you might be like, I don't have any kind of father wound or a mother wound. I had a really loving childhood, but we need to understand how our subconscious mind works. For our subconscious mind to develop any kind of father wound or mother wound, it doesn't need the entirety of our childhood to be bad. It can be as little as one single moment. Now, at times, I got a lot of the clients who were like, I had a really great childhood, but once we went inside hypnosis between the ages of 1 to 9, they had a father wound or a mother wound. And for one of my clients, it was as simple as she asked her father to go out and her father refused. Now, at the surface level, this sounds like a really petty issue, but for the child at that particular age, it was a really significant emotional burden, and that created a father wound. So all it takes is one single moment. So write down the traits that you have in excess and the traits that you have in deficit. Now, this is the first layer of subconscious attraction. This is your predominant neurological state. You will keep attracting partners that will trigger the same neurological state inside your subconscious mind. Either the excess of the mother wound or the deficit of the father wound, whatever it is, your subconscious mind will make sure that you keep attracting partners that trigger your predominant neurological state. Now let's move on to the second layer, that is environmental conditioning. Now your subconscious familiarity also develops as a byproduct of your childhood environment. What kind of environment were you raised in? Was your father present? Was your mother present? Or what kind of dynamic did you have in your childhood? Let's suppose if your father used to work a lot. Now, if he used to work a lot and he was not emotionally available, or he was not there as much as you liked him to be, then you will keep finding yourself in relationship with partners who are busy with work, because that is your subconscious familiarity. Or if you had an overly critical mother, maybe she kept pinpointing that you need to do this, you need to do that. That will also influence your subconscious attraction style, and your partner might start pinpointing the lacking that you have inside of you and how you need to perfect yourself. So you see, the dynamics of the environment also influences our subconscious mind. So whatever dynamics happen between the ages of 1 to 9 is part of your subconscious familiarity, and because of that, it's part of your subconscious attraction blueprint. So the dynamics also shape what kind of partnerships you attract into your life, because your nervous system is familiar with those dynamics. Like for example, in my childhood, my dad was usually at work and he would overemphasize about how hard he is working and how hard his job is and how I should be thankful towards him for working so hard. Now, as an adult, I kept attracting partners who were overly focused on their work, and they would emphasize the same thing to me, that I shouldn't demand much time with them because their work is really important. So you see, the environmental conditioning is also playing out in the relationship. So what I want you to do at layer 2 is I want you to write down some environmental dynamics of your childhood and try to connect the dots with the adult life relationship, whether you share the same dynamics, and you would be stunned that the dynamics also remain the same. Now let's move on to the third layer of attraction, that is reward and punishment. Now this is something not many people talk about, but we need to understand this. Between the ages of 1 to 9, I want you to analyze how were you rewarded, why were you rewarded, and why were you punished, and how were you punished. Now these dynamics tell us a very unique aspect of our relationship. Now if in between the ages of 1 to 9 you were rewarded only once you performed good or you lived up to the expectations, and if you were punished because you weren't performing that good, that becomes a part of your attraction template as well. So your partner will only reward you once you meet their expectations. And how you were rewarded as a child. Maybe your father or your mother emotionally bonded with you only once you performed good. So that will happen in your relationship as well. Now, if your parents punished you or they went silent as a result of you not performing good or not reaching up to the expectations that they have for you, that will also play out in your relationship dynamic. Now, let me give you a very great example with regards to my life. Now, between the ages of 1 to 9, my dad had a very big role in shaping my reward and punishment conditioning. How he used to reward me was when I used to reach his expectations, which were really high. And if I didn't reach his expectations, and only if I reached his expectation of performance and I could make him proud, only then would he emotionally bond with me. Now, as a result of that, I kept attracting partners into my life who would feel that I need to perform better for them to be really proud of me. But the most important part is, my dad was highly influenced by his side of the relatives, and if his side of the relatives didn't appreciate me, he would punish me. He would emotionally pull away from me because I'm not making him proud, and he would not talk to me. Now, this also played out in my adult life relationships. There was always someone my partner was really influenced by who I needed to please to get that emotional bond with my partner. So if you observe, the reward and the punishment conditioning that I went through between the ages of 1 to 9 is also playing out in my adult life relationships. So I want you to write down what were some of the ways that your parents rewarded you and how were some of the ways that your parents punished you. In a lot of the cases, people who went through physical abuse in their childhood by their parents, they end up attracting relationship where physical abuse is also part of relationship dynamic. Now, my father used to physically abuse me, and I found that even in my relationship dynamic, a lot of my exes were physically abusive. Now, let's consolidate all of them together. Since you are here because you are going through no contact and you feel overly obsessed with your partner, I can tell you a generalized idea about the 3 layers of your subconscious mind. Number 1, you have your father influence traits in deficit, your mother influence traits in excess. That is your predominant neurological state. So you keep attracting controlling partners who might even cheat on you, partners who doesn't make you feel like you're worthy enough, and you might overly obsess with them. When we move on to the second layer, you might have people pleasing tendencies as part of your childhood, and you might be overly pleasing your parents between the ages of 1 to 9. And that is one of the biggest reasons that you are trying to overly please your partner even though they are not treating you right. Now, on the third layer, I can tell that you were only rewarded as a child when you performed good and you were not loved unconditionally. So that is one of the biggest reasons that your partner doesn't love you unconditionally, because you are not familiar with those dynamics. He or she only loves you when you perform up to their expectations. And when you don't perform, they go no contact, because that's what happened even in your childhood. Now, I really hope that this video helps you guys understand the 3 layers of your subconscious attraction blueprint and why you are manifesting partners or relationship into your life that share the same dynamic. Now, the good news is you can break this. You see, using instant healing hypnosis, I have helped several clients break this toxic recurring pattern, and some of them were able to manifest their ex back, and some of them were able to attract healthy relationships into your life. Because what we need to understand over here is these 3 layers of attraction forms our trauma bond. If there was any kind of trauma between the ages of 1 to 9, these 3 layers are massively compromised inside your subconscious mind. And you might be in a trauma bond that play the same traumatic themes again and again. Now, up until now, if you feel like I have spoken your subconscious truth and you would like to go in deeper, I would highly recommend you to try out my free premium course on how to heal a heartbreak in less than 2 minutes. Now, that course will help you understand the fundamentals of your subconscious mind, how your subconscious mind works, and how you can get inside your subconscious mind and heal a heartbreak in less than 2 minutes. And if that works for you and you would like to go in deeper and work one-on-one with me in my 15 days instant healing program, the process is quite simple. You can sign up for a free mini therapy session with me. Now, this free mini therapy session is my enrollment process. It's not for you to just get a free assessment out of me. This is my enrollment process. This is where I assess your subconscious mind and analyze your subconscious mind to understand if you are a great fit for my 15 days instant healing program, because my 15 days instant healing program comes back with a money back guarantee. That means you either get the results or you get your money back. In this 15 days instant healing program, I help you learn the art of instant healing hypnosis, break your relationship pattern, and teach you conversational hypnosis so that you become a magnet for healthy, long-lasting relationship. And after 15 days of my program, you will no longer be attracting toxic relationships into your life, and that's a promise. Now, I really hope that this video helps you guys out. I want you to comment down what you found most resonating in this video, and I'll try to reply to as many of you as I can. I'll see you guys in the next video. Up until then, stay happy, stay blessed, and understand the power of your subconscious mind. Bye-bye.